what we've been dealing with when it comes to a YouTuber by the name of Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, aka Crow 1176. As I told you before, this is an individual who went out and did false videos against our company, which is now going to be facing the courts soon enough, and he's going to have to face a judge one way or another. So he's already been taken care of. But he tries to make people believe at the end of the day that he's an innocent person. He doesn't do anything wrong. He doesn't commit any crimes. Literally, clearly seeing him use a 3D printer to steal people's merchandise and sell it to line his own pockets clearly shows the type of person that he is. But anyway, we got two. I had to pull this text message up because we're going to need this pretty soon. Right here, this is a text message we got from Fernando on December the 15th of 2025. And this is supposed to be, I guess, an attorney representing him, but he doesn't have an attorney because he doesn't have documents. Do you understand that unfortunately Jamie Fernando is a United States citizen, which you got the system wrong. United States citizen, which now is opening up and charging against you a false information, individual defamation, and the United States Citizen Act. There's no such thing as this law. This law doesn't even exist. We looked that up. But I want you to look here where it says, clearly says right here, that he is a United States citizen. This is what he's claiming here, right? Now, the email we have here, he's saying he's not a United States citizen. So right here it says, do me a favor about the video, leave him up. Don't be scared, I am an illegal alien. Correct. He's admitting he's an illegal alien. That I am not here legally. So how are you going to serve a person that has no record and doesn't exist in the United States? But here, you stated you're a citizen. Jamie Fernando is a citizen of the United States. And right here, you're saying you're not one. You're saying that you have everything underneath someone else's name. You're an illegal alien, correct? That I am not here legally. So, how are you going to serve a person that has no record and doesn't exist in the United States? See that right there? That's what we're going to be using against him, against the second filing against him. Everything is under someone else's name. Because, like you said, I am an illegal alien, so good luck with your law, with your so-called suing me. And we got here, where he says right here, we're going to get him another, this is another, we're going to break this down to multiple cases we're filing against him. Let's see. That's why I call you the biggest scammer and idiot on YouTube. That's another separate case by himself, because we can show that he deliberately started this rumor saying that we were a scammer and rip-off artists. He's the one that triggered the whole thing because he admitted it right here. That's one charge. Another case. Right here where he says you have no patents. That's supposed to be patents, but you didn't spell that correctly. Or copyrights. Yeah, that's another one right there. He's being sued for both and criminal charges for the Crystal Witch site and the Black series, which both have copyrights. And then he puts down and goes on to say that enough plus illegal aliens, again, don't have paperwork, which he's saying he doesn't have any paperwork. I don't exist in the United States. But this is what I find is funny, Jamie. You call me a dumb A, you don't even know the abbreviation for U.S. Because right now, that's capital US. So as you can see, the lies that Fernando tells 24/7. He claimed here he is a United States citizen here, and he claimed he was going to be charging me charges against you on false information on the individual, defamation in the U.S. Again, see the same abbreviations missing there? Yeah, it's the same person. Citizen Act. That doesn't even exist. So here you're saying you're a citizen and you're suing, and here you're saying at the end of the day that you don't even have paperwork. You're just, plus I'm an illegal alien, don't have any paperwork. Papers. Should be paperwork, papers. I don't exist in the U.S. I could literally send that to somebody right now, and I can have somebody on your front door within probably about a day. You just admitted to me that you are undocumented, and you, Jamie, mind, you committed some very serious crimes. One of the bigger ones he's going to have to deal with is when we get to the criminal side of it all, is the cyber doxing, the stalking, all the stuff he was doing. But most of all, those copyrights, because our copyrights are legit, and we can show the judge that we've had multiple encounters about our copyrights, including the trademark and the business you're running out of the apartment. And you're going to tell me and everybody on YouTube that you're allowed to sell those items? No, you're not. So you committed major, major crimes in the United States, but including the constant lying of claiming to be an American citizen, which you are not. Pro Screen Paint Mixes, this is where it's from, right there, and there's his email. So that came from you, January the 23rd, 2026, 9:52. And right here, we received this from you at Monday, December the 15th, 2025. He sent that after a couple of days before we're going to go in and file against him. So, Fernando, which one is it? Are you a citizen or are you not a citizen? And then here he states at the top, deleting your videos and rants. You know, I use all those videos as evidence. Yeah, what evidence? You don't have any evidence, Fernando. You don't even have documents right now. So you don't have any evidence. All the videos we have are being used against you in court. That's what I filed on you today. Evidence to let your hatred and emotions consume. This is the same thing. Letters we received when the process server hit his door. Same thing, same reaction. So for this one, it's going to be different. He knows at the end of the day that when that court date comes up, he's going to have to show up. And then when the other ones come up, mind you, we'll find criminal charges for each one of these. So if you don't show up, you know what that's going to turn into, right? Bench warrants. Let's see. You at this point is not about paint. Oh, it's about paint because that's what you were touching. You were making statements about our products. So that's why you're going to court. Oh, lazy crybaby. Trying to make a quick buck. All right, Fernando. But I do want you to, oh man, this is right here is where the writing gets really bad. But he got to do. Now, when you say he got to do, it's like you're speaking to someone else besides me. Like, you know, you'll have like 3 people in a room, and then you'll be speaking to the other person like, well, you know, he got to do what he got to do. The only person that's reading this is me. So why would you prefer to, like, you're talking to another person, but he got to do? No, it's but you got to do. You got to do, not he got to do. What you got to do, I'll be waiting. We'll be waiting with my lawyer. Now, as I said before, you flip-flop. First you say you have an attorney. We've heard this before. And then in this one, you try to make it look like it was an attorney writing us a letter here. Because, you know, why would you put down, do you understand that unfortunately, that kind of is somebody else speaking. That's not you speaking. Do you understand I? You would have I in there, as in you, but you're saying it as another person saying it. So that's right there. We have, we've gotten receipts from you where you actually claim to be another person. I've gotten that before. Same person, as you can see. So this right here, like I said, confusing here, where he says gotta do what gotta do. It's like you're speaking to another person in the room. You're speaking to me. I don't know why you, but like, he gotta do what he gotta do. That's like you're talking to somebody else that's with you. But this is an email. But he gotta do what you gotta do. But you got to do. He is like you're speaking to somebody else, like a third person in the room. Oh my goodness. This just means at the end of the day, you can't write for Jack, man. But look, the most important thing to take away from all this, besides the bad spelling, bad grammar, and everything else with it, is the fact that you claim in one that you're citizen, and you claim in another one that you're not. This is considered citizen fraud. That's a charge we're going to file against you, is citizen fraud. Let me see. I'm going to file that tomorrow. Citizen fraud. Because we got two statements here on this one. And we have you admitting that you do not have documents. So we're going to go to the next step on that one. Let me see. Being charged for citizen fraud. So, this is actually a real thing, Fernando. If you think it's a lie, it's actually a real thing. It's a real charge. Being charged with citizen fraud. That's what you just committed right there. You claim that you are a citizen, and then you just told me you weren't a citizen. It's right there. That's a real actual law right there, and you violate it. So you know what that means in the day? I'm going to file another charge. This is going to be a private criminal complaint that will be filed against you. I have your email right here. It goes directly to you, and we have a copy of the message that you sent to me, claiming to be a citizen, claiming that you're going to open up charges against me. That's against the law to say you're going to open up charges on someone, and you don't have any proof evidence considered to be a threat. I, on the other hand, everything I said, Fernando, I have a police report, incident report, which has 31, now about that 32 accounts in it, clearly showing everything you did. I back up everything I say. You just showed me on camera walking back and forth, and you just talk about your nonsense. I show you actually doing nonsense. Like this stuff right here. Can't make up. So what is Fernando? Fernando's not a citizen at all. He's not. First things first, anybody who doesn't have paperwork is not going to come out and say this. That'll be the dumbest thing you ever do in your entire life. And he did this because he knew that we're going to file against him. He's had a process served to his front door. He knows what's about to happen to him. This is a letter to try to discourage me from going in and filing to say that, hey, I don't have any paperwork. Good luck on trying to find me. You're not going to be able to find me. Not realizing that you sent this tidbit in, basically saying that you are a citizen. So now, you know what that means? Once we submit this, you know they're going to contact, right? They got to pick you up. And the reason why they're going to have to pick you up because you're making statements that you're a citizen, but then you're saying right here that you're not a citizen. Tomorrow, we'll take care of it. Any particular special reason? No, Fernando. It has to be taken care of. You can't be allowed to do this kind of nonsense, man. You're driving without, right now, you have no driver's license. We know that for a fact. So you're driving a vehicle without a license. You have no insurance on the vehicle because, again, the lease you're using and operating in the apartment, wherever that is, like going on over there, is not real. We know that from the door. You don't have a social security number. You don't have the birth certificate. You don't have any of that stuff whatsoever. You can say, but I got an LLC. Anyone can get an LLC. Doesn't require a social security number, none of that stuff. Anyone can apply for one of those. That's nothing. So we have proof. This is your email account, right? I got a dozen receipts with this email account on it. A dozen receipts showing this email account attached to it. And here I say right here on my response back, the fact, I couldn't believe you sent it, the fact that you sent me an email with that much criminal evidence against you clearly shows you are not that intelligent. Because you're not. You literally told me everything I need to know. I don't know what you call yourself doing, but you have made a serious mistake emailing me. Citizen or not, you're going to jail. So, when I wrote that back to him, I just got the email. We didn't know what he wrote in there. I just got that, him contacting me. When I got a chance to read through it, I was like, oh my goodness. So, these right here for the copyrights, we clearly have you stating that you basically after sending you a cease and desist order and having a process served at your front door, that you are basically stating that the copyrights are unreal, I can get you 80 years for each one of these copyrights you tampered with. Actually, I can get you 20 years for each one you tampered with. And copyrights quite a bit, 167 on both sides, which makes it willfully, which means I can have you spend the rest of your life in jail for that. I don't think this is going to make it to a court case, Fernando. This letter right here is pretty much enough right here that if we drop this off to Homeland Security, plus what we have here in email, that's enough to do it. Because you stated it. You stated in your own email that you're untraceable, which is also too stupid because we had a process server at your front door. How did you forget that? So tomorrow we'll file for this. No, he's going to go and say, oh, he's racist at the end of the day. He's racist. Jamie, you said we're racist because you said you're an American citizen, right? That's what you went on to say. You're an American citizen. You just admitted here that you're not an American citizen. You just bragged about at the end of the day you can't be found. That all your stuff is in somebody else's name. And then you turned around and you committed crimes. You committed a lot of crimes. So, yeah. You fit the perfect candidate of someone who has committed crimes. I don't care in any country you go to, you do what you just do. You're getting kicked out of the country. Any one of us go to any country, we do half the dumb stuff you do, and we don't have citizenship there, guess where we're going at? We're leaving the country. Or going to jail, one or the other. But we're not gonna be free, I tell you that much. So you feel that you should be treated special. If anyone comes against you and says, hey, anything about you, oh, they're automatically racist. Goodbye, Fernando. I'm going to hand this over to my friend. He's going to take care of it from there. You need to go, man. You need to go. You need to go. You don't need to be over here in the prison system. You need to go. Like, you need to go somewhere. And we got enough here to do it. You literally admitted it, bragging to me a few days before we're about to file, bragging to me that good luck on finding me. I don't have any paperwork. I don't even exist. And then over here, sending me another one saying, I do exist. I'm going to file charges against you. It's getting all kinds of freaking problems. And then over here, at one point saying, I'm going to get a lawyer. How does that even... Your brain, you ain't all there. I can literally show you are not all there. Not all there. All right, got to go. We got to make a little short one of this. And basically, so it gets ready to post. As you can see, as it's in the demonstration, Fernando is showing here what he's claiming he's not a citizen. And then basically turn around and brag about how he can't be found. He's untraceable. Because, sorry about that, because he doesn't have any paperwork or there's no records of him anywhere. What does it mean when somebody says they have no paperwork and they don't exist? That's what you just said. When someone says they have no paperwork and they don't exist, they are generally referring to the United States of being an undocumented, and that's what you are. Off the grid, legally invisible to the government, undocumented. So, with that being said, you just admitted it to me, of all people. That's why I said, why in the world did you send this email to me? So, I am going to begin that process. Now, if you were minding your business, doing your own thing, say you weren't messing with anybody, you weren't breaking any laws, you weren't doing anything whatsoever, and someone did this to you, then yeah, that would be racist at the end of the day. Because again, I don't even know what purpose they would basically contact Homeland Security for you. That's the part you got mixed up, Fernando. If you were minding your own business, doing your own thing, people weren't committing any crimes or not a thing at all, period, right? And somebody did this to you, then it'd be racist. Because you've been an innocent person, you do nothing wrong. All you did was just come here, that's it. But most people would never do what you just did. You would have never sent out an email like that, ever. You sent an email. But unfortunately for you, Fernando, you committed crimes, a lot of crimes, enough for me to be to file against you. Very serious crimes. So since those crimes can be used against you in a court of law, you broke the law while you were here in the United States. And again, I can't express this enough. You ran a counterfeiting ring out of your apartment. We have tons of videos of you showing you selling very high-end unlicensed items and taking the money and spending it. You didn't pay any of these companies any royalties to use or have any permission at all, which means you broke the law. So with that being said, even with that, you're going to jail. And because you're undocumented, guess what they're going to do? They're going to deport you out of the country. They're going to treat you like a criminal. Because you're a criminal. That's what you are. The problem with you, Fernando, you want to make yourself look like the everyday Joe. The guy who's out here, comes over here, doesn't get in any trouble, takes care of his family. You want to label yourself as that. The guy doesn't run a 3D printing ring out of his apartment, ripping off major companies. That's you. You're a criminal. That's like trying to take an honest citizen and compare him to a bank robber. They're not the same people. So, you explain this to them when they get there. So then, I'm sending it over. When I do this, Fernando, I record these things. And why I record them? Because so people can see the nonsense that you do. That's what all those document recordings are. Us busting you doing dumb stuff. Like, the Network Grade 773 nonsense, where we actually ship paint to you, you sent it back. All that other stuff you do, you scam your customers to rip them off. Videos you want to go missing, but they stay there because we have them on our accounts, and you can't get rid of them because we have them. I even have videos of you deleting videos of your account. I have you deleting eBay accounts. I have you deleting your website multiple times. Even at one point, hiding your website. Putting a 404 error code up there as it's under construction when it's not. All types of stuff. Your Facebook page is missing right now. You do all this stuff when things get a little too hot and you start making things disappear. And then you go pop off to Disney World somewhere. I can literally show a track record of every time we backed you into a corner to do a test demonstration on your product, you went to Disney World. This time, Fernando, you can't go anywhere at all because they're going to come to your front door. I want to make sure the judge understands this situation when I go back in to file again. I want to make sure they understand the full impact of who you are and what you're about and what you've been doing since you've been here in the United States. And since you feel at the end of the day that, you have a right to dox people's addresses and threaten people's lives. Oh, and by the way, incorporate Mr. Williams, Mr. McAfee, and the rest of them, of course, you were reported to also, into this little business, little threatening group you had of going around threatening people. Well, guess what? And they're definitely involved in this mess now. There you go. He is a citizen. What was this thing he said he had? He called in the day. He said it was a individual defamation in the United States Citizen Act. Ugh. Even couldn't spell U.S. Who's writing this without spelling the word U.S. correctly? This act doesn't exist. What you wanted was United States individual defamation. You know what you're doing. And first things first, you have to show proof of slander. So proof of slander, when you say here, you say you're a citizen, right? So you're saying that you're basically in here in this text message that you'll be suing me and taking me to court because it says, unfortunately, Jamie Fernando is a U.S. citizen. Here. That's what it says, right? So you're saying you're going to sue me because you are a United States citizen, which means you lied and told people you were a citizen. But right here in your email, comes off your account, you say you're not one. Right from your account. I don't exist in the United States. I don't have any paperwork, which means you have no Social Security card, you have no birth certificate, you have nothing. So which one is it? So that means you lied here. This is where you lied, right? So you're a citizen here, and over here you're saying you don't exist in the U.S. So which one is it? That means you don't have any type of case, do you? Because we have your email right here. Jamie, you couldn't file for that if you wanted to. They do a background check on you to make sure you're legit. The lawyers would do it. Lawyers are not going to walk down to court and say, no, 100% you are telling the truth. There's no lawyer going to pick that up. And if you go to court for a car accident, they'll ridicule you like you basically committed the car accident. Like, where were you driving at? Were you right there? Did you put your blinkers on? Did you take off in the middle of the road? Did you basically merge into traffic correctly? Were you on your cell phone? They'll ask you all these questions. You know why they ask you those questions? Because that's what the prosecutor's going to ask you. The prosecutor's going to ask you all those questions. So you have to prep to make sure you're ready that what you're saying is the absolute truth, or they're going to lose their case. So they're going to ask you a bunch of questions. Do you have citizenship? Show them, I need your ID, which you're going to have to show first on the door. ID. I'm going to need your Social Security number, birth certificate, where you were born at, what hospital, what county you were in. You're going to have all that information. So since you don't have that information, you sent me an email. Any lawyer we send this to that you so-called get, they're going to drop your case because you clearly said you weren't a citizen. What you going to do? Lie to the judge and say, well, I just sent that because I thought it'd be funny? They don't consider it to be funny. They take that very, very seriously, what you just said. And you just sealed your faith with this, but you're not a citizen at all. Because, like I said, everything adds up. It adds up perfectly clear. It adds up perfectly clear. When we made the statement about going in to figure out whether or not you had documents or not, because I don't want to lose my money on these processing fees, you disappeared for 11 days. I got a timestamp. 11 days. Who disappears for 11 days? And then your apartment where you're at, it's congested. There's a ton of stuff packed in corners. It's like a hoarder episode. It's like you never really went anywhere. You packed everything in there because you can't go to a storage unit. Storage unit requires 2 forms of ID, so you can't do that. And also, too, it brings up another red flag. If your wife has paperwork, how come she didn't get the storage unit? How come the car's not in her name? It's in somebody else's name. As you said, it's in somebody else's name. You didn't mention your wife, because most people, if they were backing something up, they'd have mentioned like, oh yeah, my wife's a citizen, it's in my wife's name. You didn't say that. You said other people's names. So keep in mind, the dealer plates give off information. The dealer plates are there, Fernando, because they're not there for decoration. The dealer plates are registered to the car dealership, just in case, like I said before, someone steals one of the cars and they get the dealer plates and know which one they are, they know exactly what dealership the car is registered to. That way, if somebody makes a false claim by saying, hey, a Lamborghini is taken, hey, that's our car, you can't say that. Those plates actually go to the dealership and are on record at that dealership. So whoever's name is in there, it's only there temporary because you have to put it in your name in order to change over the title, the deed, or that's the title to the car. Which you can't do because you don't have paperwork. Another thing too, you've never left the state. You never moved into another apartment. Everybody upgrades. And if you got 2 or 3 kids coming, you upgrade. People go out and work a second job just to get another place because they don't want to live in a cramped apartment with a bunch of kids. And you didn't go anywhere. You know why you didn't go anywhere? Because the place you have is safe. That's why. That's why you didn't go anyplace. You stayed there because it's safe. Any other place would have asked a lot of questions. The landlord didn't ask a lot of questions. He allowed you to go in there and live in this place. That's why you didn't go anywhere. You had a 1-bedroom apartment. Who raises 2 kids in a 1-bedroom apartment? Unless you're extremely poor, but you aren't poor. You have enough money to spend $3,500 for a projector. Means you have enough money to basically move out of there. You can't move out of there. And especially now, you can't move out of there because everybody's scared to rent to anybody, just in case they don't have this paperwork because they don't want to get raided. They don't want to go to jail for it either. Can go to jail for it too. So with that being said, that's why you sent all this stuff right here. The first one we got from him, when we got one saying that he moved. I actually had that one. I'm going to print that one out. You state that he moved. Good luck finding me. That's the one he had the video called Moving is Such a Pain. Claimed he moved and went to another place. Lied on the bed talking about, hey, I got stuff in the other room and it's like Stonehenge in there. No, it's not. You're in the same spot. I saw it in the video. 2 holes in the wall. You're in the same spot. And all of a sudden the video went private. I got it recorded. Got it documented. You lie. You want to say everybody else lies. You lies. But the only difference is, Fernando, your lie is about to catch up to you. 2 ways. Tomorrow, I'm going to file this. Get this one started while the other one's in progress. While this one's in progress, we got another one going to file. Our copyrights. You clearly stated here that our copyrights don't exist. I'm going to challenge you on that in court. So you're going to show, right? You made the statement it doesn't exist, right? So I'm going to challenge you, right? You don't show up, you're going to have problems. You don't have any patents. You got to learn to spell, man. Or copyrights. All right. Well, I'm going to challenge you on that in court. Person at the end of the day who claims that, you know, you're Joe Innocent, I want to see you back it up in court. Fernando, it's not going to be a good year for you. It's going to be a very, very, very awful year. You should have never sent me that email. That's a big mistake. You got one section you saying you're not a citizen, you are a citizen. Got the other one saying that you're not a citizen. Are you going to take me to court and sue me and all of the stuff you say you're doing? Unfortunately, Jamie Fernando is a United States citizen, but you forgot those periods there. And then you did the same thing here. What you say right here, I don't have any paperwork. I don't have any paperwork or any papers. I don't exist in the U.S. I'm going to make a short video of this. I'm going to send this over to my friend. He hasn't seen this yet. He hasn't seen this, what you sent to me here. Hasn't seen that. I'm going to charge you with citizen fraud. I told you not to send me anything at the end of the day, at all, period. And he thought that was going to discourage me. The devil told him at the end of the day, yeah, send that over to him. He already knew what he was doing, Jamie. He knew if you sent it over to him, he knew the outcome of it all was going to happen to you. But you sent it already, playing the devil's game. I told you the devil ain't for you. It ain't about you, it's not for you. But you sent it over anyway. Because he knew what was going to happen once I got a hold of it. Now, if you try to have the video pulled down, I will show the video that has a copyright on it, because what Jamie tried to do, put copyright stamps against it, and try to remove videos because he don't want them out there. Like when we had his address posted and showing it where it was at before the blur. I will screenshot it and we'll talk about it. Jamie does just basically put a lot of complaints on his channel, try to get removed with him and his friends. And then when it's removed, he comes and says, oh, he's removing videos because at the end of the day, he has nothing on me. See, you do stuff like that. I don't put you on blast, so nothing better happened to this video. But the video removed or not changing. When I walk into the courts with this, that changes nothing. We still get it. We still got to go to court for this, and they might not even go that far. They might issue out for ICE. You said it right there, didn't you? Did you not say it right there in the video? Did you not say it? You said it right there. It's your email. Right there. Look what it says. From Crow 1176 Screen Paint Mixes. It's still attached to your account. Crow 1176. Your email right here, right? Comes up in my receipts. And we ordered from you. Alright? There's the date and everything with it. And you sent it to my IOEG. It came to my account. And you called me racist right there. And right here you said, and the whatchamacallit, let's go through it again. I don't, other things, you said, I am a legal alien. I am an illegal alien. That's what you said. It's correct. Correct. That I am here not legally. So you're saying I'm not here legally. So how are you going to serve me? So you thought that was going to discourage me, right? You thought I was going to look at that and go, oh, shoot, you know, we can't do anything about it because dum-dum, we sent them to your door, literally. You had them at your door. We sent them to your door. You got to know to call somebody dummy. We sent them to your door already. They know where you're at. Even they know where you're at. You're on an LLC for public domain. Anyone can find you. You can't go anywhere. Because you can't up and move and go to another place. They're going to ask for credentials right from the door because everything that's going on right now, everything's hot right now. You can't get on a plane and can't go anywhere. You can't get on a bus and go anywhere. And what's going on down right now in LA right now, I wouldn't even step foot out the door. You are trapped. So, what are you going to do? Don't come on YouTube and say I'm a liar at the end of the day. Don't come on YouTube and say, oh, he's a liar. You can't trust him. Because, Jamie, not only will I come out here and make that statement about you, but I will back it up for everyone to see it. That's the difference between me and you. That's what you're going to court for, making statements you can't back up. You taking me to court? No. You can't even walk through a courthouse right now. When I say something today, Fernando, I back it up with your own stuff. This is your stuff you sent to me. So I'm not done posting here. When I get done posting on YouTube, I got a Facebook forum site. I'm going to post this about you on top of that. And I got a couple other post sites. I'm going to post this, all this, over there showing at the end of the day that the YouTuber, Crow1176, a.k.a. Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, has sent me an email clearly stating he is undocumented. And then I'm going to point them to some of the crimes that you have committed. So when people sit there and say, what crimes have you committed? This. They're going to be blown away by your activities, aren't they? Yeah, especially ripping off companies at the end of the day. And you right there in the video telling people where to buy them at. Selling stolen merchandise. Also showing the vehicle. Showing up the vehicle that you purchased. Because you know what that says at the end of the day, Jamie? When you show that vehicle off like that, it means at the end of the day you're saying that I came to your country, I can spit in your face, I can steal whatever I want to steal at the end of the day, and guess what? If you try to come to get me, I don't exist here. Good luck trying to find me. That's what you just said. Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Even the bounty hunter sends a message to you. Challenge accepted. You think he can't find you? Challenge accepted. I guarantee he finds you. You show up when a bench warrant pops up, and his radar kicks up and says, hey, I got a job for you. Somebody went missing. He didn't show up for court. I bet you he find you. So you're going to say the United States Marines doesn't have the capability to find you? Is that what you're saying? Please don't say that. The Marines are a joke. Don't do that because you're going to tick them off. The last thing you want to do is tick them off. Because apparently you find America to be a joke. You steal and take whatever you want. That's what he says right there, pretty much. Good luck trying to find me. Good luck with your so-called lawsuit. Suing me. Look at the capitals in the middle sentence, I told you. And for a person, let's see, everything's under someone else's name. So no assume that right there. Don't exist. Don't exist. Don't have any papers. Fernando, you're nervous right now. You're going to be even more nervous by tomorrow morning. Contacting Homeland. I have 5 complaints against you. Of you coming to this country and carrying on and acting up. We have now hardcore 100% evidence of proof that you're a legal alien. And not only that, you have committed crimes since you've been here. I could not care less. If you're here without paperwork, I don't care. As long as you're not breaking the law. Same thing for me. If I'm over in your country, you couldn't care less about me being over there. I'm just minding my business, sitting in the field, and I'm not bothering anybody, then they don't care. But if I'm out there robbing, stealing, cheating, committing crimes and all that stuff, and in their country, oh, they don't want me out. They don't want me out of their country. And I don't blame them, which it should be. So why do you get to come here to the U.S. and do this? What gives you special privileges that you get to come here and commit crimes here and get away with it? All your customers that you ripped off one by one, sell them nothing more than just a shoddy, crappy house paint. One, you couldn't even back up when he sent it to your front door. You couldn't even back it up. Couldn't even take it. You had to send it back to us. It's your own product. It's made with your own ingredients. So many people that you rip off with that mess. The personal mix, you rip people off on that match house paint. The Cinemax, which you still talk as if it never even happened, of you ripped off people left and right with that. Ripped off churches, ripped off schools, ripped off families, stole all their money and pocketed. And you're going to say you're not a thief at the end of the day? Well, here's the thing about thieves. They repeat the process, and you repeated the process by stealing from major companies and pocketing the money. So we're going to show the items you purchased by ripping off and stealing from Americans. And then write me a letter at the end talking about, oh, good luck trying to find me because you won't find me because I don't have paperwork. I don't even exist. That's like spitting in the face of Americans. And you're going to say it's not? It is. Tell me where it's not. It is. Make sure we'll direct it to your YouTube channel so that way your followers who support you at the end of the day, of you spitting on America, they can pretty much get the full throttle of it all. Because that's what you did. I've seen you in the comment section telling me, oh, I can't wait for you to make me something. Wow. Unbelievable. Scanned all the little comments at the bottom. Yep, they'll be posted. You should get some of that publicity too. Now, Fernando, question. How would someone feel at the end of the day that they got picked up for absolutely nothing? They didn't do anything wrong, and yet you're out here doing this dirty nonsense. I guarantee you they're going to kick your behind. Because you're making my people look bad at the end of the day. This is what people are stereotyping us to be at the end of the day, and you're doing exactly, and you're posting it on YouTube and bragging about it. I didn't like the fact you stole from Stan Lee. But what I didn't like, Fernando, I didn't like the fact that you printed out his face and hid behind it and came up smiling. This is going to Homeland Security. I'm going to make sure I get the direct office so they get this directly. You don't treat Stan Lee that way. I took that personally. I'm a big Stan Lee fan. I am. I love Stan Lee. And any other Stan Lee fan out there at the end of the day would take that person, what you just did. You stole from him. You took the money that he made. That Spider-Man is his. It belongs to him. It doesn't belong to you. And he had a nerve to print out his face and stand behind it and laugh. Good luck in El Salvador. That's where you're going. So, the lawsuit? Doesn't make a difference. You think I need $12,000? Please. Anyway, I want you out of the country, and this is enough to do it. And you've given me enough information to get it done. Your email, right? Pinged it right back to your account. That's you. That's definitely you. So I'm going to contact my friend, and I'm going to send off this to him, and he'll take care of the rest of it. I got to contact and make a report right now with Homeland Security about the threats that you made to my family. We already had that. You made threats to my family. You threatened Americans. Because you're not a citizen today, Jamie. I'm an American citizen. That means you attacked American citizen. You attacked my company, my business, and my family. So, and you just admit it right here. So if they sit there and say, well, how do you know he's... Email right here. He just sent it to us. Lie, man. You lie. And then you sat there and said you are one. So which one is it? You are one or you're not one? You're flip-flopping all over the place. Are you a citizen or you're not a citizen? Now, if somebody asks that question at the end of the day, and you never told them you're a citizen or not, they don't have that right to ask that question. But Fernando has made the statement multiple times. Because right here, he's bragging that he's not. Good luck trying to find me. Now, in the other email, the other one he didn't mention anything about citizenship because we never brought it up. It never came to begin with. I'm going to get this process started right now. And I can send it over to him, and he can take it to the proper channels where it needs to go to. With the order number. Oh, here it is, the order number for custom immigration and customs right there. Okay. You're going to end up there anyway, Fernando, and I'll tell you why. You get sued, they're going to take your stuff. We file those charges against you, and you're going to have to go to court. If you don't show up to court, you're going to get a bench warrant. In that bench warrant, if one of those officers decide to do it, they got to do a background check. The first thing they ask for is ID. Everybody knows that. The first thing they do is grab your ID. They run a background check on you to get any warrants or anything against you. And nothing comes up, they could basically contact the police down here and say, hey, look, we checked them. They don't have paperwork on them. We got to call Homeland about this. We got to report it. That could easily happen. Or, if they forget it and they don't look at it that way and they just transfer you up here, then up here, they can call them and they can come pick you up from here. Either way, you're going to be pinched. But that nonsense, send me that email and bragging about how you do what you want to do. No, you're not doing that. So I'm going to go file this today. Now we got hardcore evidence from you. I got receipts from you with the same email address. It popped up multiple times. Like I said, I pinged it back to your box. It's you. Same email. Exact same email. Let's see. What's it called? Let me see. U.S. Customs Immigration Enforcement. There we go. What's your next call at the end of the day? Jamie, say this is racism? You literally just told me in an email you're undocumented. Literally rubbed it in my face at that. And told me that, good luck trying to sue me. You're not going to find me because I don't have any paperwork. I'm untraceable. And then turn around and say, in this one, oh, I'm going to sue you because I'm a citizen. Lying back and forth. Number lies. See the receipt, Fernando? See the receipt where it says at the top? Right here? So we had transferred back to our account. I'm going to show you something here. From Crow Screen Paint Mixes. This is you right here, right? This is a receipt we got from you. When it has your face on it right there. From Crow 11.6 Screen Paint Mix. Same thing. And that's your email. We pinged your email to multiple accounts. I can go into my account, I can pull this email up, and it comes up in multiple receipts, messages, all from you. Well, Fernando, I'm almost past my time here. Next time you make a YouTube video and you say I'm a liar, be careful the words you choose at the end of the day. I got so much evidence on you, it is freaking staggering. They don't even know half of the stuff I can post on you right now. I've been documenting you for a very long time. So many videos missing off your account. You're trying to hide the truth. And we found out everything about you. Let me see. Turn this out real quick. I'm going to pull his emails up on my account. I'm gonna sit there and try to make some video at the end of the day to I'm a liar. The last person should be talking as a liar. You lie 24/7. Well, you know what? When you face them people at the end of the day, you can explain the whole story to them. See if they'll believe your lies. Gee, please. Now see, I could have basically handled that and waited till after court easily. But since you want to talk trash in the day, all right, no problem. I'll just speed up the process for you. You could have just kept your mouth shut. That's the problem. You can't keep your mouth shut. You got, what do you call it, the word of it? Diarrhea of the mouth. That's what you have. You can't keep your mouth shut. I bet you if your wife saw that email, she'd probably scream her head off like, you just basically murdered us in the water. You just told somebody who potentially is suing you in court, now I don't have paperwork. Throwing it up in my face as if you can't be found. Thinking that that was going to help you. No, that wasn't going to help you. You literally gave me a full chamber. Like, here you go, take the full clip, put it in there, put it to my head, please. Literally. You committed suicide. You should have never sent that to me. I know. That's why I sat there to tell. I sent it back to him. I said, what, are you crazy? Why would you send this to me? I got enough evidence to prosecute you on every level. That's icing on the cake right there. That is absolutely icing on the cake. And I'm going to use it against you, too. In every way possible, I'm going to use it against you. When we post some more stuff, I got a whole lot of stuff on you, man. I got so much stuff on you, man. So much stuff on you. I can post a lot of stuff on you, Jamie. I caught you ripping off customers. I got emails and text messages from customers who showed me stuff in the day on how you treated them, how you talked to them, how you disrespected them. You're a nasty piece of work. Don't worry. Where you're going at the end of the day, you disrespect anybody over there, you don't want to know what happens. Trust me. But I guarantee you, you're going to alter and change. Let's see. Let's go pull Crow on here. Ah, man, we got a whole lot of stuff on here. Give me this one right here. There we go. Let me see. Now, Jamie, I want you to look at this one right here. This is a real interesting one. This is one you sent over to when I was in the garage. It's a really, really interesting one. There we go. Let me get my charger there for a minute. Should be good. I got the quick charge on. Should be good. Now, see that right there? That's where it's my dress out for it over here. Get out of the way with the counter. We scroll down here. We have first name Crow, 1176, and look at your email. Isn't that the same email we have over here right now? Let's go take a look at that for a minute. What's the email at? I just put it here somewhere. Where's that paperwork I just had a few minutes ago? Hold on a minute. Let me grab that. So we can do a little comparison there. Make sure that's you. I'll mix it up in there. Want me to find it. Now, right here in your email, this is right here again. We have an email, crow1176@gmail.com. And right here we have also too, crow1176@gmail.com. This was also to ping back to your address, showing that you were stalking us. Ha ha ha. You've been traced. And you live at a garage at 801 South 5th Street, Allentown. You're renting. You didn't buy. So basically it shows here you're basically stalking us. When you posted the Julian Apartments, my sister's address, we got you on stalking. I told you, I'm going to get you 5 bench warrants on you. Each one of these is a separate charge we're filing against you. So I can show proof that you contacted us here. Basically, were contacting me, saying you know where I'm at, which is the same email I have over here saying you're not a citizen. You're going to have to run, Fernando. You're going to have to run. Because these people that are going to be involved in this part right here, you know the outcome of it all, right? You know what's going to happen once we send this off. But you sent the email. That's your fault. No one told you to send the email, did they? Should have never sent that out, buddy. I'm the last person you should have ever sent that to. Did you show your wife that email that you sent out? I'm pretty sure you didn't, because she would have smacked you upside the head for that one. This is the email you sent to me about enough with all the BS. Remember you said at the end of the day here? Let's check the email. This came straight from your account with a link to your website right here. It says right here, www.crow1176screenpaintmixes.com. This is coming from you right here. This shows a link where we can go buy the Cinemax mix, right? That's from you. Right there. Right here. Same email. That's your email account. I got 27 links to your account. Now, how many times you emailed me showing that coming to that back same account? So that means the letter we have here is 100% legit. And I got you in a letter here saying that you don't have paperwork and you don't even exist. So guess who's going to get this tomorrow? Oh, you already know already. That's you right there, right? Yep, that's your email right there. Same one we have here. That's you right there, right? That the focus a little better. Come on, play nice. There you go. There's your email right there, right? Right there, right? And in this one, you sent the link to your website right here. There's the link to your website right here. There's the page right there. This is when you tell me to be a professional, Crow Screen Paint Mix. You say it over and over again. We can link all this back to you, man. See? Let's see if we hit that link. Where does it come up if we hit the link? Let's see if we can get this paint right now. Oh, page don't exist anymore. You lost the business. You got in too much trouble. At the end of the day, everything links back to you, Jamie. Even if you delete the page, it still shows either way. It all links right back to you. See what happens when you lie a lot, Jamie? When you lie, you can't even keep your own business at the end of the day. So, that means proof we have here, proof we have in multiple areas showing you sending us emails. This is your email account. It also shows up on your Facebook page, which you actually went in and locked it so no one can find it. But Jamie, we duplicated the entire page. We had the link. It's right there. So good luck on locking it. That won't do you any good. But just so you know, that this little tidbit we have here, where you're sitting there saying that you don't have any paperwork. That's right. You said right here. Look at it again, Fernando. If you sit there, if you got on your camera and you lied and said that's not my email, don't do that. I'll embarrass you. Bump, bump, bump. Right here. I am an illegal alien. Correct. Correct. I am an illegal alien. Correct. That I'm here not legally. Not legally. Which means he's undocumented. So, how are you? Now, he's throwing it in our face like, how are you going to serve me if I'm not here? That's how he's throwing it in the face. I have no records. Doesn't exist in the United States. You have no records? No record. It's records with an S, not records. Doesn't exist in the United States or the U.S. or United States way. I have everything under somebody else's name. Now, you know what that does for somebody under somebody else's name? They're going to go in and they're going to search through everything and they're going to find the individuals whose name it's under and you're going to be charged. Let's see right here. And at the bottom he says, plus, legal aliens don't have any papers. I don't exist in the United States. Dumb blank. Fernando, can you say goodbye? Because you're leaving. Now, I already filed against you in the courts, yeah. I'm still suing you. See, once they cart you out of here, I can still sue you. Doesn't make a difference. Even if you're deported, I can still sue you. Your stuff's still going to be there, right? So I'm going to sue you. I'm also going to sue your landlord, too, on top of that. So, since you want to go around calling people racist and saying people are liars, well, we just came out here and put you on blast, right? Now, if this video goes missing, if I get any strikes, anything that comes up, I'll post it and let you know. And then for Fernando, let me explain something to you real quick, because again, you're not a very smart person. I explained it to you multiple times. If you sit there and go, oh, lose a new account, lose money, I'm offline, buddy. I'm making money offline and online. What are you talking about at the end of the day? Please. I don't have to post videos to make money. I go walk into an establishment to make money. My technology is far better than yours. That junk you make at the end of the day, you just rip people off. That's all you do. And I got enough evidence, man, on you to take you to court for a very long time. All my videos on YouTube are backed up on hard drives. I've been backing myself up before I even met you. Slow. You're so slow. Never, ever, Fernando, you have never learned doing with me at the end of the day. I am not the person that you play with. Every time you come on here, I got to embarrass you. Every single time. When I embarrass you, Fernando, I don't have anything up here that's naysay. Everything I have is hardcore evidence showing that it came from you. That is your email. It came from you. I have multiple accounts showing that email is paying back to your account, back to your building at that. And then once we get the subpoena, we'll see whose name it's under. Now, you go ahead and you run away, like you usually do, because you're a coward. You can't be a man about it since your wife to the door at the process server. Can't even be a man about it. But since you go and run away, Jamie, in the middle of a bench war, anything else that pops up, you're going to go to your family members' homes. Because, again, the reason why they go there is just to make sure that you're not basically hiding under a mattress somewhere and they're basically hiding you from the police. They're going to go there as much as they can, and they're going to get a search warrant to go to their place, and they're not going to like it. So with that being said, any one of your family members that are not documented, they're not going to have you running with a 10-foot pole, because I wouldn't. No way in the world would let you come to my house. You're hot potatoes. Majority of most people, not saying all of them, but some people have things in their home they're not supposed to have. And the last thing you want is somebody coming to your home with a search warrant. You don't want that. That's why a lot of people are just uncomfortable about having something. Nobody wants somebody searching into their stuff to begin with. If you don't have anything, people want you searching their stuff. You know, they go through a search warrant, go to your home, how jacked up that is. They pull everything. They don't put stuff back neatly. They'll pull your clothes out, go to your mattress, dig everything out, and they'll tear your door, clean out the frame, and don't even pay for it. They'll come out of your pocket. Yeah, they'll go in there and tear your whole house up. Nobody want to go through that bull crap. That's why no one's going to want you there. When you live in a truck, can't live in there either at the end of the day, because guess what? That little tag that sits on front of it, you can tear it off if you want. It's still connected to the dealership. We got the plate number. If you didn't show the truck, and then you took the plate number off, nobody would know. But you, being as arrogant as you are, basically showing off exactly like you had a truck, you showed the plates. You know, most people blur that out, right? Not you. So, right there, 100% hardcore proof that you're an undocumented. But what makes it more important, Jamie, you're a criminal. Very, very, very serious criminal. Let's go have a look at that Facebook account showing all the counterfeit items that Fernando stole. So I can back that one up too. Because you can sit there and say, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't take anything from anybody at the end of the day. Oh yeah, okay, sure. You didn't take anything from anybody, right? You didn't steal anyone's stuff. Look, McAfee's page is open again. I told you he's on our feed. McAfee's page is literally on our feed. Every time I pull on Facebook, he pops the first thing that pop up. I think that was the last thing I signed off on was him. McAfee, got a little message to you. See you in court. you're going to the whole post office thing. You're involved in it now because you went out and used people's addresses right without permission. Yeah, good luck with that one. That's gonna be a brutal one. What are you gonna sit there and say? Your page automatically comes up on my feed automatically. Automatically comes up. Let's go to where we got to go to. There we go. This right here is the page we made for local law enforcement for just about everybody. And then this page, what do we have? We have Mr. Fernando. Mr. Fernando stealing very pricey items that belong to Disney and just about everybody you can possibly know. Running a 3D printing business out of his apartment without proper zoning. Running a business without a license in the state of California. There's his page right there. Want to get a lawyer and sue me on this one? You can't. You know why? Because you stole from a bunch of companies. That's what you did. That is right there. ICE, right there. Their information. This right here is Universal Studios, their information. Showing violations with Universal Studios. Right there. There's their numbers right there. Cinema, Warner Brothers. All that's on there. So everybody can get a full understanding that what Fernando was doing. So Fernando was stealing major items with 3D printing machines, unlawful use of a 3D printer, and selling the items. And then we have storage units. Here we go, live video. This video right here showing Dragon Ball Z. This is one of the characters that were sitting on the table for sale. We have here storage units chock full of stolen merchandise. That's like somebody stealing from Gucci. They make like tons and tons of Gucci pocketbooks, and then they take all the pocketbooks and they put them in storage units and seal them up and they sell them. That's against the law. And this one he talks about, oh, right here, let's not forget, we got Crow 1176 shows up in every single video, which matches on the email count. So yank this sucker open. Oh, all those units in there, all stolen merchandise belonging to America. Now I even got you in a video when you said moving on to bigger and better things, that you were going to start a 3D printing business. So if you ever go, when you get to court, when they prosecute you, Transformers, when they prosecute you, I've never said that, I got you saying it in a video. There's Spider-Man stealing from Stan Lee. He stole Iron Man 2. Transformers, all that stuff. Trying to sell it. Like that one guy, we got a screenshot where he said, your stuff looked tempting, but I went to your sister's table and bought instead. Smart man. Smart man. The rest of them, not so smart. Let's scroll down and see any more evidence. We got the printing machines in progress right here. Shows in the video, my buddy looked at his video and said, man, he had no freaking ventilation system. All the windows are shut. He doesn't have much ventilation in the building to begin with. But he has enough in there. Basically, if you're in there as you're renting a building, it's plenty of ventilation. But if you're running this stuff, no. This should be done in the commercial property. Look at that. They'll bring an expert in that knows about 3D printing, about the certain machines he's using, the kind of poisons they give off. They'll bring an expert in about that. Oh, here we got printing out Jason masks for a company. They're going to track down the company, figure out where in the world, who bought it, when, and guess what? Whoever purchased your company, you're going to lose your business. Going to sue you for millions of dollars for this mess. Don't buy stolen merchandise. He could say at the end of the day, well, I didn't know. But then again, how could you not? He put it on a video and he posted it everywhere. This is what you call people self-snitching at its finest. Oh, we got audio to all these. And it just shows you the factory in progress in his home. All windows are shut. There's no cases over, no ventilation system. He's breathing a lot of that poison. Well, got that going on right there. Let's go right here. We got another one here. And there's right there showing more masks right there. Then over here we have a select of pictures, 12 in all, showing the different type of machines and basically bragging about the money he was making, stealing from companies. Some more information. Oh, there's a table full of stolen merchandise. You know, if you break it down, my buddy tried to break it down, try to count everything in there. He said, man, this guy stole from so many people. Now, Fernando, you still getting that here? Oh, yeah, Comic-Con. Well, you're doing this. That's even worse. So you stole from Stanley and all these people, and you're selling at Comic-Con? Really? Yeah, it's a shame. That's what I mean by the end of the day, you're a thief. Now, these people bought, you got witnesses, you know, showing you purchased product, people were purchasing, you were selling it. You can't say, well, I never sold anything. We got people right here. We even got a price tag saying $500. That's what they paid for, right? Here, he's bragging about one of the machines he has here. On the top of there, I think it's a Power Ranger mask he took. Yep, there it is right there. Power Ranger mask right there. Look at the machines. Look right here. Not one window is open. Every single window is sealed. That's my buddy noticed. He said, wow. All the windows are sealed. Oh, here we go. We got another one. Stole this mask too. Another one sitting up on top of the table too. Also too. No permission to make this. No permission to sell this. None of the money given to the people who actually own the rights to it. Back here bragging about another machine he just purchased. So you're ripping off companies and you're using their money to buy other machines to rip off more companies. See, Fernando, once you get to a point, you steal one item, they will nail you for one freaking item. I've seen things where basically companies have hit companies for color. Just because you came too close to a shade of color, they'll take it to court and sue you for millions of dollars. Now, in your case is much different. In your case, you ran a business, which means you went in and you printed out multiple items, had them in storage units, you had stacks and stacks of units, more evidence against you. And you went to different places like flea markets and all that stuff. You went over to freaking Comic-Con and you tried to sell these items off. And they're going to track down every single piece of stolen item, and they're going to bring these people to court. Now, some can sit there and say, like, hey, look, I don't know much about Marvel at the end of the day. I just bought it. I thought because he had it unboxed, they maybe get away with that. But they're still going to they might hit him with it. I don't know, but they can get away with that easily. Because, again, you know, how would you even know? Now, if you're a Marvel fan, like the guy must have been, because he said tempting, but I went to the other table instead. He knew. He automatically knew. He was printing them out. Now, your sister, on the other hand, sad thing for her at the end of the day, she's going to lose her license. Because she knew that stuff was made. She knew you made all that stuff and printed it up. She took the risk to help you out because you don't have the paperwork to get that vending license, which you need. And she put it on hers to bring you in. She's going to lose her license. And she could end up getting charged for it too also. Michael Myers masks right there. Jamie, this is copyrighted trademark material that you stole. Right? Copyrighted. What do we have here? We have an entire box, Crow 1176, full of stolen merchandise. Now, I know in this video, you put my face up there to be nasty, right? That's going to cost you, Fernando. See? That's going to cost you. Now, I can sue in court on that, or basically, I can skip this whole criminal charge thing at the end of the day and the lawsuit, which the lawsuit's going to go through anyway, and I can just contact these people, and I have you here admitting that you said that you're undocumented and you can't be caught committing all this crime right here. As I said before, you want to go up there and say at the end of the day that, hey, I'm just like everybody else. I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, buddy, sure. You have committed major counterfeiting in the United States. And then right here say that, again, legal aliens don't have any papers. I don't exist in the U.S. So you're saying at the end of the day that you can come here, steal our products at the end of the day, spit in our face, and I don't exist. into the full impact of this video. So basically, this is a dog by the name of Crow 1176 on YouTube. He is been accused of running a 3D printing counterfeit. Now you say you're going to take me to court on this? This is what you're going to take me to court on. Oh, good luck with that. Certainly is affecting a lot of major companies. I'm going to scroll and show you below. This is the channel right here, as you can see. Go 11.6 matches everything. Star Wars, fun, toy collection, Marvel. He named it right at the bottom. There's a whole lot of stuff all over his site, just showing him printed out all types of licensed teams without permission. He's also pocketing money, of course, and making a profit. All the companies. All right, let's watch. That's a good company. Check it out. Look at that. All that's stolen merchandise. So, let me show you a little bit of everything that I've done. Alright, so I got Batman. You would have to. My buddy had to come in. That's a Dragon Ball Z statue. He just printed out. He just printed that one out. We got Spider-Man here, Spider-Man here. We got Venom over here. We got Transformers back here. That's the Dragon Ball Z just printed out. I saw the Nightmare Before Christmas, the mask on here. My buddy broke everything down. It's so many violations on this table. It's not even funny. Printed Spider-Man. That's her table. Her table it's next to his, but there's no way in the world he would have been able to walk in this establishment without a vendor's license. He couldn't do it. Unless she put him on hers. And they was able to get his table in there. And she knew what was on that table was counterfeit. Because she's a collector. And a collector would have spotted it a mile away. But being family, she did that. That's going to cost her now. That could get her even locked up for it, too, on top of that. She could get locked up. She can get probation, everything. But she's definitely going to lose her vendor license. It's gone. And they may fine her. See? Everybody he's around gets screwed over because that's what Jamie does. Like using your family member's address when the lawyers were reaching out to you at 317 Kern Street was using that address right there. All her stuff is legit. See how her stuff look? All her stuff is legit. It's in boxes. It's all legit. Then look at his table. Him laughing in the background? Yeah, you Americans on his channel that supported this nonsense. In there laughing at you because you're an idiot. Look at all the stuff he stole. Godzilla, Nintendo, Voltron. I know you grew up with Voltron at the end of the day. Look at that. That's from Star Wars right there. Well, Fernando, I'm about to wipe that smile permanently off your face. You went in, you stole from America. That's what you did. And you basically ran an illegal business out of your apartment. And you stole from American companies, including overseas companies, but you did steal from American companies, you did. And then got a nerve to be laughing on camera about it. And then the traders on his channel, who basically supported that nonsense at the end of the day, you got a nerve to sit there and say you're American? Not even close to it. Let me tell you something. Immigrant who comes here and basically does not commit any crime, does it by the book at the end of the day, just come here just trying to get a life, they are more American than you any day of the week. Because they will respect that flag. They will salute that flag. They will respect that flag. But you didn't respect that flag when you allowed this guy to come in here and do what he did. And when all of you sat there and said that I was racist because he's an American citizen, oh, I got your messages at today. I plan to print them right next to this. I'm going to post them right next to that. Since you said that, oh, you know, you're wrong, he's an American citizen. Oh, I'm going to post you right next to that. See, Jamie has a habit of throwing people under buses. That's what he's famous for. He would throw just about anybody under a bus. Just like when he sat there and said, all my stuff is in someone else's name. Now they're going to look through all his stuff to figure out whose name is it under. He got those people in trouble. He'll throw anybody under a bus. He threw his family under a bus. The minute he came on YouTube, he started carrying on. If you knew you were undocumented, why would you make waves in the water? Why would you get an LLC and point out where you live at? Why would you go out and attack people and cause trouble knowing if it comes your way, you can get deported? Why would you do all that? And he don't care. He only cares about himself. And then when it comes down to hit him, it's everybody else's fault. I'm the victim. You're a professional Karen. He's a Trump Karen. That's what it is. We call him Mexican Trump Karen. You're perfect. You're a Mexican Trump Karen. You throw your own people under the bus, you throw anybody under the bus. And then the people who basically vouched for you and came out there and said, oh no, he's an American citizen, I vouch for him. Oh man, I got your email messages. We don't throw anything away. I'm going to post you. So now he threw one of you under the bus too. Because he just bragged to us at the end of the day that, hey, you can't find me at the end of the day. I'm not a citizen. I'll come here and rip off America anytime I want to, and you'll do nothing about it. To the ones who supported him. Gee whiz Louise. That's like watching somebody get punched in the face and you buy the person a beer. That's literally what he did. He punched you in the face and you bought him a beer. That was a good punch. Thank you so much. Can you give me another one? I need another one. That, you just, really? It's right there. I mean, come on. Like, am I making this up? You came in, y'all backed him, sent me emails, called me racist, and said that he's a citizen. I'll post your emails, by the way. And he sent this bragging about him not being a citizen. That is literally like somebody punching you in the face and you go buy them a beer for punching you in the face. Well, I got to tell him I'm a true blue American, this, that, and blah, 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 blah. Ah, no, you're not anymore, you ain't. Because you supported this nonsense the other day. And this guy bragged about, a few minutes ago, he bragged about not being a citizen. You can't touch him. You can't find him. No, when I was a kid and I watched Voltron, I never thought the day would come that I would see somebody rip off that franchise. I mean, how many people do it? They rip off Voltron shirts, but come on. Really? And then Stan Lee. Of all people, Stan Lee, really? Really? And he got a nerve to put some tribute out for Stan Lee or rip off the guy. Man's in his grave. You're going to rip him off. And then have a nerve to make print out an image of him and rise up smiling behind him. And then find out he's undocumented. Bragging about you can't find me. Good luck finding me. That statement's not just for me, people. That statement's for all of you. Because if any of you guys turned coat on him and said, you guys are like the Republicans at the end of the day. Y'all worship him. But anyway, if you guys turn coat on him, guess what he's going to say to you? Good luck finding me. Because I don't got no paperwork. I don't exist. That's Fernando. Unlike them, I do send a process server to your door. Even he knows where you're at. And you can't go anywhere in your situation. When I sat there and told you, if you sent me another letter to me, I'm going to make sure you're taken care of. Did you send another letter? No, you didn't say anything. You got the point. You understood it. I'm pretty sure your wife saw it too, so I'm pretty sure she's ticked off over this. Why would you tell him, of all people, your secret? So you confirmed it 100%. And we showed the emails in the video showing it's your email at the end of the day. You've contacted us before. And then I came in here and I showed you why you're being deported. Because you ripped off a bunch of countries, including the fact that you attacked American citizens, Fernando. You attacked that woman at the Karen place, American citizen. You attacked people here, American citizens. You attacked my family, American citizens. I was born here, buddy. You got nasty with a United States Marine who basically, by the way, who's basically bled for this country at the end of the day, who served his country today, and you get nasty with him? You got no respect for anybody. So, Since your cowards on the other side of the channel don't want to do anything about it, I, as an American, will. So I'm going to go in and I want to talk to my buddy and submit all this information through so we can get this taken care of the next stage. I got a confession of you claiming and bragging that you're not a citizen, so I'm going to get it taken care of. So Jamie, at the end of the day, this is just crying and whining. That's what it is at the end of the day. He could just crying and whining. Well, you'll get plenty of time to do all that where you're going at the end of the day. What about the lawsuit? Man, I couldn't care less about the lawsuit. I'm still going to get you anyway. When you're basically in lockup, I'm still going to sue you. I don't mean anything because you're not there. You're still getting sued. Where's he at? Got deported. All right, whatever. They're going to keep on going with the whole proceed. I'm still going to go. The only thing that won't touch you is the criminal charges because you won't be here. Now, am I saying at the end of the day, attack this guy in any way? No, don't do that because then you'll be him. You'll be serving the devil. You be him at the end of the day. Don't even bother doing that. But voice your opinion, how you feel at the end of the day, because you should. As an American citizen, you should voice your opinion. As a non-American citizen, I wouldn't say much. I would just keep it low key at the end of the day. But you know what I mean? God gave you guys, he's just giving you guys a bad name and so many different levels. Do I believe all Mexicans are? Oh, heck no. I don't believe that. That'd be like saying all white people are racist, which is not true. People say that, you just ignorance of people who believe in being racist. No, you just have bad apples. Every race has them. Every race has a pocket of these bad apples. That's all. And he's one of the bad apples. Yep. So, Fernando, next time you want to sit on your channel and say I'm a liar in the day, I will come out here and do this to you. I have proof, concrete evidence, showing on every single video I have ever posted about you, showing you committing crimes. And each one of my videos can be used against you in court. That right there, I can't believe I actually had that in my hand. I can't believe it. When he sent it over, when I looked at it first, I was like, yeah, okay, send back this. Then when I read through it, I was like, oh my goodness. I had to shoot that over to a couple of people to see that. Like, you read this? He said, oh, he's just bragging at the end of the day that you can't touch him because he ain't got no paperwork. All right, he said, cool. Contact Homeland Security. Get it taken care of. Now, I wanted to see you down here, to tell you the truth, honestly. But my buddy was like, there's no way in the world they're going to skip that. They're going to catch that in a minute. The minute they ask for his ID and he don't have it, he'll background check on him, definitely they're going to contact. But either way, you're going one way or another. That's the whole purpose, Jamie. When people come down here, why they don't make waves in the water? If you don't make any waves in the water when you're down here and you keep it low key, that means you don't pick up any authority. You don't pick up no authority because authority will ask you background check, your ID, information, stuff you don't have. That will lead to bigger problems. You, on the other hand, you did it the opposite way. So that means the entire time when you're riding your bike and that other car and all that, you didn't have no license. Well, listen, somebody else's name, I don't need a license. You going to tell me an American citizen at the end of the day about the whole a license? Are you kidding me? You still got to have a license. If your son or daughter borrows your car, they got to have a license. You can't drive the car, then it can be in the father's name. Don't make a difference. It's father's name, father insurance, all that. But still, at the end of the day, for them to be behind that wheel, they have to have a license. If you got it in someone else's name, you still got to have a license to drive it. Oh my goodness, I get tired of explaining stuff to this guy. I really do. All right, that's basically about it. I'm making a short little video, just a short one, just basically from A to B, showing you right there, short and sweet, why Mr. Fernando is not documented. And this is our 100% hardcore proof, showing clearly you sent me a text message telling me that he is a citizen at one point, and then sends me an email saying he's not. And the way you say unfortunately, like you saying it like, good, unfortunately I'm an American. And that's like kind of slapping us in the face at the end of the day right there. Unfortunately, I'm an American. Unfortunately, what do you mean? It should be unfortunate for you that Jamie is a United States citizen. For you. You put down, do you understand that unfortunately? Wow, that's like a slap in the face. Unfortunately, he's a United States citizen. There you go, that's how that sounds. And nothing good come out of that one. All right, I'm gonna do this short one real quick from here to there. Just showing you basically what we have here. I need to highlight this. From here to there, showing you basically what we have lives here, and then basically more lives here. It's funny because he forgets, because he turns around after sending me this, and he sends me another one saying he's going to get me a lawyer, and he's going to sue me. So how are you going to get a lawyer without state ID? Because that's what they require, state ID. And even at that, you can't even get in the courthouse. Courthouse requires state ID. You can't even get in there to file the charge. You can't even go there to testify against me. You don't have any state ID. Ah, the lies. The lies, man. You're a genuine Pinocchio. Fernando. Pinocchio. Literally. Alright. I'm going to come back and make my short video. I got to make these because I got to turn this over to the dude. Send it over to the guy who's going to be taking care of this. Whew, man. I told you, man. Whatever's in the dark comes out in the light. Did I not say that? Whatever's in the dark comes out into the light. Yep. All right. Gotta go.